Hello, welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the show where we break down your favorite Lifetime movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Stranger with My Name. Stranger with My Name stars Layla Cushman, Celeste Blandon, and Matthew Pohlkamp. Alice and David move into a new house in a new town. Alice has a fancy new job with double the salary, thanks to her old high school friend Sydney, who gave her the job hookup. While unpacking, Alice finds a terribly photoshopped photo of her and David on their wedding day and some old letters. Alice also checks on her college-age daughter, Chelsea, and meets the nosy neighbor before heading to a work party. At the party, Alice meets her new coworkers. There's an IT guy and a coworker named Ellie. Sydney rehashes high school memories with Alice and is impressed by her hot new husband. Speaking of her hot new husband, David has to leave suddenly and leaves Alice behind. Alice gets a ride from a new coworker named Ellie. Ellie starts talking strangely and driving recklessly. She crashes the car, apparently on purpose. Alice wakes up from a 2-day coma in the hospital with no ID, her wedding ring is missing, and the doctors are calling her the wrong name. Ellie wasn't found at the scene of the accident, and no one knows what's going on. Alice rushes home because the doctors didn't notify David or Chelsea that she was in the hospital or missing. David opens the door and acts like he doesn't recognize her. He calls his wife Alice to the door, and the new Alice tells her husband to call the police. Alice freaks out and is like, "I'm Alice." But then she faints. Detectives bring Alice to the station and attempt to verify her identity. But when Alice mentions her daughter, the detectives tell her that Chelsea died 5 years ago. Doctors fear Alice is suffering from severe memory loss. Alice escapes from the hospital and breaks into her own home. There, she finds the bad Photoshop picture replaced with another poorly Photoshopped picture. David and new Alice come home and almost catch Alice in the house, but she sneaks out just in time. The nosy neighbor recognizes Alice and takes her in. Alice drinks tea and tells the neighbor about what happened. They do some online research and learn new Alice and David work together. Then Alice starts to feel woozy and has to lie down. The nosy neighbor is working with someone and gets killed with a meat tenderizer. Alice wakes up and finds Ellie's location. Ellie says she was blackmailed into crashing the car, but before she can explain further, she is murdered too. Sydney is Alice's last hope, and she rushes to her doorstep. Sydney is back from a work trip and shocked by what her friend tells her. Sydney is quick to blame new Alice for everything. They go to Sydney's work and find the IT guy. He helps them hack into computers to find someone doing internal money transfers. Before he can tell anyone, the IT guy is murdered. Alice finds some old letters from earlier, and they are about taking Alice down. Alice goes back to her house to confront David, and he whispers in her ear to play along. They have a tense romantic dinner that is interrupted by the sounds of banging upstairs. It's new Alice tied up, and she fights to escape, but Alice takes her out with a vase. David explains that the letters Alice found were from Sydney, who had been blackmailing everyone to go along with her plan. What is this, Scientology or something? Chelsea, the daughter, is in the barn for some reason. Alice ends up taking Sydney out with a shovel, so that makes it worth it. 3 months later, the family moves out of town, and that is Stranger with My Name. This movie has one of my favorite Lifetime tropes, and that is getting into a car crash and waking up in a coma with no memory. The gaslighting of Alice by everyone she knows is so uncalled for and rude. That took a lot of planning, so I guess you have to respect it. The actors were having so much fun here. I love the lead, and the body count was high. Did it make the most sense that Sydney had so much sway over everyone? Not really, but Sydney had some amazing bangs, so I'll allow it. The movie had 4 kills, and I would pour it up. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section below. And follow the show at Lifetime Uncorked. You can also follow me at Patrick Miguel. Lifetime Uncorked is a podcast with hundreds of episodes recapping Lifetime movies. Listen wherever you get your podcasts and check out my website, lifetimeuncorked.com, for full reviews. You can also buy me a glass of wine on Ko-fi. Buy me a glass of wine and I'll keep watching Lifetime. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.